Coach, are you ready to start producing content that actually turns into sales? Booking your calendar with qualified leads, normalizing 5-figure months, and actually working with clients that respect and value your expertise and do the work to get results? Because if so, then you're definitely gonna want to continue to watch this video. My name is Coach Tice. I'm the founder of Content to Sales. And inside this video, I'm gonna share with you the principles that you need to be able to close the gap between content and sales so that way you can grow your high ticket coaching or consulting business. Now, this is going to be for you if you are a coach or consultant that is dealing with problems like not getting enough lead flow, not getting enough qualified leads, maybe getting a lot of objections in your sales calls to sell your offer, or maybe feeling like your content is not really nurturing your audience like it should be, or maybe you are signing on clients, but you're not signing on the right clients, or you're getting refund requests, or you just don't feel aligned with the type of people that you work with. And what you want to do is consistently generate 5 figures in your coaching business. You want to do it with clients that you enjoy working with, and you want to have an alignment from your content into your sales. Now, this is not going to be for you if you are not a coach or consultant who is charging high ticket. This is not going to be for you if you're looking for, just the next silver bullet strategy that all these different marketers are trying to dangle over your head to promise you results. And this is definitely not going to be for you if you're not serious about making change. And so let's jump right into it. The first thing I want to let you know is that I've experienced all the challenges that you experience, coach. From not being able to have enough leads, all the way to not getting the right qualified leads, to bringing in the wrong type of people to my coaching business. And look, I experienced these things in my journey to building a multi-6-figure health and wellness business. However, when I learned what I'm about to share with you today, I immediately noticed the shift, and it took me to that tipping point where I can generate a consistent 5 figures and I actually enjoyed the clients that I was working with. And so what I'm going to be sharing with you is exactly what helped my client, Coach Phyllis here, go from $4K to literally $20,000 a month in sales. It's also what helped my client, Kaylee here, go from almost not being able to sell her offer and really just having reservations about running her coaching program overall because she had invested in such an expensive coach before, to being able to confidently sell her offer, have days where she would go literally 3 closes in a row, and being able to position herself to grow in her coaching business. And so let's jump right into it. So typically what is holding most coaches back from generating a consistent 5 figures a month, working with the clients that they want to work with, right? Consistently speaking to qualified prospective clients, is they have a gap between their content and their sales. And typically that gap starts in your messaging, a gap where your messaging is unclear and your audience isn't necessarily clear on what problem you solve or how specific your solution is, or maybe you don't really know who your audience, your niche is in the first place. And that manifests through your sales process and speaking to tons of unqualified leads, a lack of lead flow, and just a big bottleneck in even getting people to raise their hand and seeing how they want to work with you. And so the first thing that you may want to consider is your messaging intact? And so we break down your messaging by looking at, does your offer actually solve a problem that your audience is aware of and urgently looking to solve? And then from there, are you doing a great job articulating that problem to a specific person in a way that helps build belief around your specific solution? Now, the reason why this is so important at the foundation, coach, is because trying to add a new marketing strategy or funnel on top of a faulty messaging and offer foundation is literally like trying to build a skyscraper that has faulty foundation. That thing might collapse, or it might not even get to the point where it can be built in the first place. So now, once you've taken the time to clarify your messaging, refine your offer, the next thing we have to take a look at is your content. Your content is going to be the main generator and nurture of your leads that are coming in. And we need to make sure that your content is being put out in a way that is aligned with the buying psychology of your audience. Now, the biggest mistake that so many coaches make here is that they put out content that is influencer based or solely informational based, and it doesn't actually help their audience build belief around their solution, or it just kind of puts them in this content creator friend zone, or like this trendy zone where they're not really nurturing their audience to, number one, see their approach as an effective solution, and number two, believe that they can actually achieve getting the result with you as a coach. And so we want to make sure that your content is conversion driven, it's educating at a high level to your audience, it's building your thought leadership, and really cultivating epiphanies and clarity with your audience, so that way you can start building that coaching to client relationship. Because once we've cultivated that coaching to client relationship, we've learned how to align our content with the buying psychology of our audience. Our content is our funnel. Like, our content is what gets our audience interested and nurtures them in a position where they want to raise their hand and say, hey, I want to figure out how I can get this result with you. And so once we've got that down in the pack, now we want to look at, okay, what's going on in our sales process? Because their sales process is, how does somebody go from interested to being able to work with you? What does that process look like? What does that experience look like for your ideal client? And one of the biggest challenges that most coaches have when it comes to their sales process is it's ineffective because they, number one, don't have one in place. You have no way that your audience can tap in with you. Or number two, maybe it's a little too complicated. Maybe you've got multiple funnels, too many links in your bio. There's not a simple process in which your audience can take the step to learn more about you. And so what you want to be able to do is simplify your sales process that allows you to have a conversation with your prospect, typically in the DM to a consultation, and really just be able to identify their problems and articulate the value behind a solution. Because now, once we're able to simplify this process, we're only really having conversations and selling pre-sold clients into our offer. Now, once we bring these three things together, we have our messaging foundation, our offer down pat. Our content is conversion driven. It's building that coaching to client relationship. And we have a simple sales process. Now we have a repeatable framework or a repeatable set of principles that you can actually use to grow your business, because everything is in place. It's like you have a car, you have a gas, you have, the engine, the motor oil, and then you have the transmission fuel. Everything is, all the fuels there for everything to work in place so that way you can get to your destination. Now, if you've been listening to this and it all makes sense, then here's exactly how I would help you employ these strategies in your business so that way you can close the gap between content and sales. You can start attracting more qualified leads that value your expertise, pay your price, and allow you to get to the point where you can repeatedly bring in and keep clients so you can normalize these 5-figure months, coach. And so what we use is what we call the content to sales formula. Inside of the content to sales formula, we always start at the foundation, really pinpointing your offer, making sure that your messaging is clear, making sure that the solution that you offer is really a painkiller to your ideal client's problem. Because the last thing that you want to do is be a vitamin, because a vitamin is always a nice to have. After we help you build and refine and clarify that messaging and offer foundation, now is where we bring in the content to sales formula. Now here's where we teach you the exact strategy on how to get clients to your platform, how to leverage live and what we call lean selling to actually educate them, get them to raise their hand and want to work with you, and then qualify them in your DMs to build relationships, provide value, and move those DMs into book calls with prospects who are pre-sold, who are coming to your calls, valuing your expertise, willing and ready to pay your price so that way they can do the work and get results. Now, coach, if you're interested in learning about how this content to sales formula could potentially work for you, then here's what I want you to do. Click the link below, fill out a form that'll just really have a little bit of information to let us know about what's going on in your business, as well as allow you to better understand what problems you need to solve right now. And then from there, we'll just jump on a call, really take a look at what's going on in the business, and see if we can get you the information to see if content to sales is gonna be a good fit for you. Now again, this is not gonna be for you if you are not a coach or consultant that's selling high ticket, that wants to normalize 5-figure months and really get this thing going. This is not gonna be for you if you're playing coaching business right now, if you're just like trying to figure out if this is a thing to work. This is gonna be for you if you're serious about developing skill sets, implementing a strategy, and implementing the right principles to get your business to the next level. Again, it's what's helped a ton of my clients here get amazing results, but it's not only what's made myself or my clients successful, it's the same set of principles that has allowed most of the leaders inside of your niche coaching space to thrive. It's simple. They have a clear message. They solve the right problem. Their content actually educates their audience and helps them make buying decisions, and then they qualify them in the book calls. And so if that sounds like it makes sense to you and you can see it working for your business, then I want you to tap and click the link below. Now look, this is a no pressure call. We're only here to give you the information that you need to see if this could be a good fit for you. So again, coach, my name is Coach Tice. I'm the founder of Content to Sales, and I look forward to connecting with you. Talk soon.
And when I met you, you gave me back that spark, and you taught me how to say, look, I'm gonna teach you how to work smart. I'm gonna show you how to not trade your time for money. And that's what I was doing.
When Coach said that, I was like, that's exactly what it is. And also really nailing down the problem that my ideal client is most aware of, because they're not always aware of their confidence.
Now I'm getting more DMs on where do I book a consultation, because they know already what I do and how I can at least give them an idea of how to help them.